All right, here we have situation where we are on a cart path. If you look in the rule book, it is Rule 16, abnormal ground conditions, you get free relief. You do not have to take relief, but you get free relief. The only way I would tell you to hit off of this cart path is if it is for the last hole in a championship or you're playing for money, which you're juniors and you're not. So unless you can pay for the chunks you take out of your club, I would always take free relief. So how do we do that? The first thing we have to do is determine where we take a drop. Most people, most parents that don't know the rules will tell you, oh, well, your ball is on this side of the cart path, you take relief over here. I'm going to show you why that is incorrect. You have to find the nearest point. So I am roughly 200 yards out. I'm going to hit my 4-iron. So that determines which club I would use to take my relief. I will find the nearest point where I am not obstructed. I look down, make sure my feet are not on the rocks. I always have tees in my pocket. Even when I go to the grocery store, carry tees in your pocket. You never know when you're going to need them. I will put that club down where I have complete relief, and I will set a tee right where my club head hits. Now I go to the other side. I come over here. This side is going to be where my club hits, is going to be closest to the cart path. I take complete relief there. Now I measure and determine which one is closer. So if I go over here where most people they'll go and drop it right in the mud because they don't know the rule. They think, hey, I'm on this side, let's go here. I'll take 2 large steps to the toe to get to that one. If I go over here, my 2 large steps, this one is obviously closer. So now I get to drop it in grass in the correct spot. I pick up this tee. I am welcome to clean my ball off at this point, okay? And then I'm going to go over here and I would get my longest club out of my bag at this point, which is my driver, and I'm going to determine where my drop area is. So I will get another tee out of my pocket because I carry lots of them. I put a tee down. I always look and make sure it's no closer to the hole. I'll even move this tee to make sure it is right in the position where it's no closer to the hole, so I know if my ball rolls forward, it is completely out of my drop zone, okay? So now I'm gonna look around for a good place to drop it. I wanna find a good lie. Sometimes when you get in these situations, you get anxious. You just wanna get done with it and you don't think about what you're doing. But look around. You have a club length area here, like a quarter of a pizza, where you can drop that ball. Find some good grass, especially if you had to drop over here. A lot of this is mud, but there's some really nice grass here you could drop on if you think wisely and go through the process. So I'll come here, find a good lie, knee-high drop. My ball didn't roll forward outside my drop zone, so I pick my tees up. My ball is now in play, okay? So whenever you're doing this, it has to be reasonable also that you would take a drop. A cart path is usually always reasonable, but you wouldn't say, hey, my ball's out here, and if I lay down or get down on my knees to hit this ball, I'd be standing on the path, therefore my foot's touching it, therefore I get relief. It has to be reasonable. And you can take relief if your stance, your swing, which a cart path is pretty flat, not always, or your ball is affected by this area. So that's Rule 16, cart path.